Hi everyone, I'm Ehsan Bahrami. Welcome to this video. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to run your Python code using VS Code. We'll also cover how to set up a virtual environment, use the debugger, and install packages along the way. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and set it to all so you won't miss any of my future videos. And if you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. It really helps keep me motivated. All right, let's head over to the laptop to dive into the details and get hands-on with the process. By watching previous session's video, now you know how to run Python code. In this session, we want to explore to run Python code in detail. Through this, we also learn about virtual environment and other features. This video has 3 requirements. They're done in previous sessions in detail. First one is VS Code installation. You can see link of this video at the top and in the description of this video. The second one is installation of Python interpreter. Link to this video is at top or in the description of video. And the third one is installation of Python extension in VS Code. Also, you can see the link to this video at the top or in the description of this video. You can create a project in 2 ways. In first method, you can create a folder on your desktop, for example. Right click on it, choose new, then folder, and select a name for it. For example, test project. Now open Visual Studio Code. Click on Open Folder or Open Project folder or from File, Open Folder. After that, choose your favorite folder for your project. Click on Select Folder. It asks you, do you trust the authors of the files in this folder? You can choose yes, I trust the authors, because you trust your files. Now you can create your Python files and type your code on them. In second method, you can do all of them in your terminal. So open your terminal or command prompt in your Windows, then type cd command and go to your favorite directory, press enter, write mkdir for making directory, and in front of it, name of your directory, test project. Now press enter and it creates your folder. Now go to the test project directory with cd command and now type code space dot and press enter to open Visual Studio Code automatically for you. Now we are in the same step as first method. Before you start a Python project, you should create virtual environment. It has some features like a specific environment for your project, and it prevents conflicts with other projects on your system. So if you want to create virtual environment for your project, press Ctrl-Shift-P, then write create and choose create environment. Now you have 2 options, venv and conda. We use venv in this session and then press enter. Now choose interpreter path and press enter. Now it's creating environment for you. And at the end, it shows success message. Then we want to create a Python file and type our code there. So you can right click on the left side, choose new file, then type your file name, and it opens automatically. Now you can write your code there. Create message variable, assign احسان بهرامی dev a string to it, then in another line, print message. As you start typing, it suggests different words to help. This feature calls autocompletion. Now you can press Ctrl S to save your file. If you want to run your code, you can click on Run Code button at right top section. Now it shows our message, احسان بهرامی dev. You can run your code in different ways. For example, right click on your file in the editor and choose Run Python file in terminal, and it shows same message to you. In another method, you can select all lines of file and press Shift Enter. Then it runs your code again. In another way, you can press Ctrl Shift P and type start and select start terminal. Now you can copy selected lines and paste in the terminal. Now press enter and it shows you same message. Now we want to learn how to debug our Python code. First, we install a Python debugger extension. From sidebar menu, click on extensions, and in the text field, you can type your name. For example, Python debug. It shows you many extensions. We want Python debugger. We installed it in previous sessions, but if you didn't, you can do it now. Before we start debugging, let's answer to this question. What is debugging? For example, when you have a problem in your code and you want to solve it, you can use a debugger. It shows you value of variable and you can see it step by step and get the problems in your code steps. Debuggers have many features, and we talk about one of the important features that we need in this session. You can insert a breakpoint for each line. In the first way, you can click before the line. Or in the second way, you can choose your favorite line and press F9. After that, you should initialize debugger. Press F5, then select your debugger from this list. Press enter. After that, select a debug configuration. In this session, we use Python file because we want to debug a Python file. Now it starts debugger initialization. It usually takes more time in the first run. After that, it starts to debugging and runs first line, and after that, it stops at the breakpoint. In this step, it shows values of variables. Also, there is a debug toolbar at the top. You can use it to do different actions. For example, a step over, a step into, or a step out. Each of them has a specific shortcut. For example, continue has a 5 shortcut. There is another important section in debug. It calls debug console. You can click on it and type the name of your variable. Then press enter. It shows you value of your variable. You can also add some method on your variable. For example, a split method. And at the end, you can press Shift F5 to stop debugging. Next, we want to learn how to install Python package. So we use a Numpy package in this session. First, we add some lines in our code. In the first line, type import numpy as np. And in the last line, type print np.random.randint and send 1 and 9 to randint method. As you can see, it doesn't suggest anything when we type this method name. And also it underlines the word numpy. When you hover on it, it shows import numpy could not be resolved. It shows this message because you don't install numpy package. So for installing this package, you can open terminal and type py-m pip install numpy. Press enter and it's downloading and installing your package. It takes some seconds to some minutes. At the end, it shows successfully install numpy message, and at the top in your code, you can see it removes underline. And if you hover on randint method, you can see some info about it. The code on line 6 returns an integer value from 1 to 9. And if you run the code, you can see the results. The first run is 6, the second run is 5, and so on. By the end of this video, you'll be able to run your Python script in VS Code, install any necessary packages, and even use the built-in debugger to fix any issues in your code. It's a game changer. In future videos, we'll dive even deeper into more features that VS Code offers, so stay tuned. Thanks for sticking around. If you want to keep supporting the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell, and set it to all so you won't miss out. Your likes and comments mean a lot to me, and I try to read and respond to every single one. See you in the next video.